So Filipe Luis, as we know, was probably the most hated man on the internet for a couple of days. He was involved in a rash tackle on Lionel Messi, right? And he was sent off rightfully so. But he actually recently claimed that Lionel Messi is treated differently than other players in La Liga due to his star status. Now, the Barcelona star, as we know, is constantly in the headlines as a golden boy of world football, right? Everyone talks about Lionel Messi in the highest regard. You rarely see him scrutinised. But it is from the words of the La Liga president, who is named Javier Tebas, has insisted that he does not get this. He does not get star treatment. He's not treated any different. So he said, for us, all the players in La Liga are protected. And he continued to say, there's no difference between Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo or a player from Rayo Vallecano. We are the global Liga, and the small clubs are as important to us as the big clubs. Am I buying what you're selling? No, right? One, because if they did care as much about the smaller clubs, television distribution would be equally shared when we know that Barcelona and Real Madrid, yes, they are the league, right? That's who people want to see, and Atletico now and again. But there's such a gap in the distribution of wealth from television that I don't buy that statement. I don't buy that you, from a funding standpoint, are looking at the smaller clubs. Hence, why the gap in quality is tremendous. I love La Liga football. I will get to his point on Messi. I love La Liga football. But when you have Barcelona and Real Madrid destroying Celta Vigo 7-1, who are sitting 6th in the league, the gap between first, second, and third and the rest of everyone is tremendous. Now, I had this discussion with a fellow correspondent on 120, and his response to me was, oh, well, you look at the mid-level clashes with the bottom level, like, it still happens like Premier League. I'm not talking about that. There may be close, not very prominent gaps in quality between mid-level teams and low-level teams. I'm talking about the top three and everyone else. It's rare, very rare, that you see those teams overthrown by smaller teams. That is all comes down to how the wealth is distributed, how these teams are funded, and the quality that goes on, so on, so on. Again, going back to Messi and Ronaldo and their separate treatment, that's the main point of this clip. No, I don't buy it, because Cristiano Ronaldo was taped consistently kicking out at opponents. Now,
that's a great point.
That's the reason I want to talk about that, right? Is because I actually defended Ronaldo in times and been like, right, you're a star player, you're going to be targeted. That's how players stop you. Cristiano Ronaldo did not act professionally. He should have been held accountable for that from club and from league. He wasn't. If it was a player who was playing for Rayo Vallecano, I can't say, honestly, from my professional opinion, I cannot say that I think he would get the same treatment as Cristiano Ronaldo. I think perhaps because of that star name, they're thinking about revenue, they're thinking about wealth, they're thinking about whether or not how many games we're going to play without Ronaldo is going to bring in the same gate as anyone else. So I have to slightly disagree with the La Liga president on that.
You hit the two major points there. One, wealth and how much money that these teams can make, like that of Real Madrid and Barcelona compared to the likes of Celta Vigo or Rayo Vallecano. And two, Ronaldo lashing out. Messi has lashed out before. I mean, they don't get it. So there's a Family Guy episode to which someone tries to sell Peter volcano insurance, and the reasoning for selling volcano insurance, Francis, well, hasn't it been a while since we've had one?
Hello, sir.
Enough with the foreplay, sailor. What are you selling?
Well, I was going to try to sell you some handsome cream, but I can see you already bought out the store.
Go on.
So perhaps you'd be interested in something every homeowner cannot be without. Volcano insurance.
Come in. Now, how much is this volcano insurance?
I don't know. Let's say $200.
$200? That's more than I spent on all that handsome cream. I don't have that kind of money.
What about that jar of money?
No, wait. That's Lois's rainy day fund.
Ah, come on. It never rains in Rhode Island?
Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure we've never had a volcano either.
Well, don't you think we're overdue for one?
Touché, salesman.
So he's not wrong in trying to sell it, but it doesn't mean you have to buy it. Of course, Messi and Ronaldo, and I'm not going to stop there. Of course, Bale and Benzema and the likes of Neymar and Ramos get special treatment. Maybe not preferential, but they are looked at in a different light. So I kind of find it hard to believe when he says, well, we treat all clubs the same because Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano are on the same level. They're not. But let's keep things real for a second. Of course the La Liga president has to say that.
Yeah,
he can't just come out and go, oh, well, of course, Lionel Messi and me dine. We wine and dine each other and have ourselves some. We go to Madrid and visit Cristiano, and the families get together. We play a little kicky or footy or whatever you call it.
I'm now going to file Lionel Messi and Neymar's taxes to avoid any other problems.
Right.
But
it's exactly. So I don't blame La Liga president for going, yeah, we don't give him special treatment. It's just a matter of like, how good are you at smiling between your teeth? Because that's what you're doing.
And the one final point on this to wrap it up is Filipe Luis is going to say this, right? And rightly so, because the guy, people wanted his head on a platter.
Filipe Luis probably gets better treatment than Rayo Vallecano. Yeah. Sorry, Rayo. I don't mean anything against you, but even Valencia and Villarreal and Betis.
Even that. Did you look at the media uproar when Filipe Luis tackled Lionel Messi, right? If that's any other player, not on Barcelona, but if that's anyone, and we'll say Sociedad since we don't want to keep throwing Vallecano under the bus. So we throw, if that's a player on Sociedad, does the media react the way it does? No. Of course they're going to react because it's Messi, because he's God's gift to football. You don't want anyone destroying that or tarnishing it. And I'm just being real. We're just keeping it real, fellas. If you're La Liga president and you see that tackle, you're gasping. You're like, don't take Lionel Messi. That we're going to lose this. We're going to lose that star power for a little bit. So he's probably upset in that. The media reacted in a certain way. So when it comes to, you see instances of Cristiano Ronaldo lashing out, kicking out, yes, the media will buy into it. Yes, the media will ask those questions. But for me, when it comes to checking it after the referee has already made his decision not to punish him on the park, there's not going to be a rash decision to be made on Ronaldo. Same would it be if it was Lionel Messi, because the league is a better place with them in it. It's not fair. It is not fair. We're being open. And I think it happens. It's not just La Liga. It happens everywhere in world football.
It happens in every sport.
The one thing I do give Premier League, here we go. You fucking love the Premier League, Francis. They cannot do anything wrong for you. The Premier League held Luis Suarez as accountable as they did anyone else. I think he was punished and scrutinised as much as he deserved to be for his racism comments, for his biting. And by the way, I'm not just using the Premier League as an example. I'm sure there are some leagues that have individual cases. I'm sure a La Liga fan will be like, oh, what happens when they punished Di Stefano in 1962 for what he... Talking about current situations. Taking the Ronaldo example. Yeah, we're going back. We're throwing it way back. But I just think that it's a natural thing. That it's not natural, but it's going to happen. They're going to side with the star players. They're going to keep themselves wealthy. Blah, 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 blah. The show goes on. But we want to know what you guys think on this final topic. Do you think Lionel Messi faces some star treatment in La Liga? Do you think they make excuses for him and Ronaldo and the other star power in the league? Let us know in the comment section below.
For sure.
This has been The Rundown. Make sure to hit us up on Twitter at TYT Sports, at Francis_Maxwell, at Jason Rubin. Click that box down below to subscribe. It goes a long way. We surpassed 250 subs. We're giving you a Q&A in a little bit. Mean comments, bow ties on show, but not really. Come back again.